fellow dinosaur fans. Welcome to Real Film Talk. My name is Dr. Will Braunlich, expert on dinosaurs, movies, and sometimes a combination of the two. Today, we got a special treat for you all. We're going into the vault of famous movies to pick out one to cover, and we got a good one. Just in time for its 30th anniversary, we will take a look at the very first Jurassic Park. Here is my reaction for the trailer. Alright, now let's travel back in time, 65 million years ago. Or in this case, a couple days. Let's take a look at Jurassic Park.
I own an island off the coast of Costa Rica.
Yeah, I don't see how this could go bad at all. There's the famous mosquito.
Spent the last 5 years setting up a kind of biological preserve.
I like how it like swelled up the music, but then it just instantly stopped. Like, I don't know, I just thought that was kind of neat. There it is.
There, King Kong.
The legend himself, Jeff Goldblum.
Welcome to Jurassic Park.
See, I like how they had that big reveal right there, just revealing all the dinosaurs. Looks like that's a little bit of animatronic right there.
Dinosaurs and man, two species separated by 65 million years of evolution.
No.
Can we possibly have the slightest idea
You feel that?
what to expect?
Can't imagine what that's like in theaters, the T-Rex scene. Oh yes, that's so cool.
Hold on to your butts.
On your butts. Hello, Samuel L. Jackson. Very early role too, I think.
But John, if the Pirates of the Caribbean breaks down, the pirates don't eat the tourists.
I mean, that's kind of true. Back on the big screen once again. Even though that it doesn't actually work. Sorry to ruin it. Oh yeah, that's a scene I've seen many times before. Okay, so I have to say I'm very excited because Jurassic Park is turning 30 this year. And it's probably one of the biggest summer blockbusters to come out probably ever. And the fact that it spawned many sequels after it, which weren't the best. I'd say probably the closest one that came close to being good was Jurassic World. The special effects in this movie won an Oscar, if I'm correct. I know this is based on a book. Yeah, I just remember this being like huge and it capturing the hearts of many people from around the world. I really want to see this movie when it comes out in theaters, if it does. If not, I can always find it because I'm pretty sure it's very easy to find. I would like to see it with like the enhanced surround sound, so like when you see the dinosaurs' footsteps, then the seats just vibrate, because I think that's kind of cool. So I will go see this movie and I'll give you my overall thoughts. Jurassic Park is directed by Steven Spielberg and stars Sam Neill, Laura Dern, Jeff Goldblum, and Richard Attenborough, as this tells the story of a pragmatic paleontologist touring an almost complete theme park on an island in Central America, as he is tasked to protect a couple of kids after a power failure causes the park's cloned dinosaurs to run loose. I remember seeing this movie for the first time when I was around 8, and I was in awe by how grand and epic it looked. Over time, it ended up becoming one of my favorite movies of all time. I know Jurassic Park has a ton of fans, and it's been mimicked before. However, over time, one would wonder, does Jurassic Park hold up to this day? Wait, you mean nobody really asked that? Oh, well, it's still worth thinking about. So when I got to see this movie be re-released on the big screen to celebrate 30 years, I have to say it lived up to my expectations, and it's still one of my all-time favorites. Now, I haven't read the original source material, as this is based on a book of the same name written by Michael Crichton, who also has a writing role in the movie. It might be worth checking out, as this movie was very well received by critics and audiences, and I want to see if the book is any good too. I think one of the main praises, if not the main praise of the movie, are the special effects. They probably have some of the best effects to come out of that time period, or maybe of all time, as they do a blend of animatronic and CGI on the dinosaurs. It almost creates an illusion, as you sometimes can't tell on what's CG or an animatronic. Nowadays you probably can, but the effects really hold up. The only other movie that I think had good looking effects was the last installment of the franchise, which was Jurassic World Dominion. The cast was spectacular as well, everyone brought their A game, and when they saw the dinosaurs for the first time, their expressions told the whole story. There was even a moment right at the end where there's no dialogue at all, just calm and gentle music playing, and even some facial expressions given by the characters. But after an adrenaline rush of humans trying to dodge dinosaurs and a malfunctioning park, I think that was a neat touch to wrap things up. You do get to know the characters a good bit, and you want to cheer for them and hope that they make it to the end of the movie. The cast of characters are all incredibly memorable, from Alan Grant, Ellie Sadler, John Hammond, and of course everyone's favorite, Ian Malcolm. They all have distinct personalities that make them unique and stand out from the others. Even some of the other characters have pretty memorable personalities, and even the ones we aren't supposed to like are entertaining in some way. I also think the suspense was really good too. One scene where we see the T-Rex for the first time, and even if you haven't seen the movie, you probably know which scene I'm referring to. There's no eerie music to add on, just small dialogue and the sound effects. This scene in particular was probably, in my opinion, the best part of the whole movie. It's perfectly paced and adds a great deal of suspense to it. Even when you feel the footsteps coming, you begin to think, oh no, we're in trouble. As stated before, even if you haven't seen the whole movie, you might know this scene pretty well. I feel like there are some parts that could be a little confusing to some, as there's a lot of talk about the genetics and the evolution of dinosaurs in the park, and there are some parts where they defy logic a bit, but it didn't bother me too much, as I think this movie holds up incredibly well after all these years. I know when it came time for the park to be shown, that's where it really picks up, as we're amazed by the grand scale of everything. It also helps that we got the music of the legendary John Williams in this too. His music fits each scene perfectly, whether it be for a suspenseful moment, something action-packed and exciting, or something calm and majestic. His famous theme when the dinosaurs are first shown is quite iconic, and it really fits the mood. In the end, Jurassic Park is still an amazing movie after all these years. We got memorable and likable characters, some really clever writing, mostly, probably some of the greatest special effects we might ever see in a movie, and a great musical score to top it all off. Unfortunately, none of the other movies that came after have lived up to the status that the first one has, but if I'm being completely honest, I don't think that's a bad thing. It shows that what we were given all those years ago will never be replicated again, and this movie will continue to live on as a classic. It's definitely something I'll continue to watch, and if it ever re-releases in theaters again, you bet I will go see it again on the biggest screen possible just to experience it all over again. My grade for Jurassic Park will be an A+. Thank you all for watching this review. I hope you all enjoyed it. Until next time, this is Will Braunlich, and I will see you at the movies. Save a seat for me.
Funding for Simsbury Community Television is provided in part by contributions from viewers like you. Thank you.